Hello everyone, this is Yolanda from CraftySentiments.com, and I'm here with another video. Today's card is going to be a candy cane season stamp set card. I am recreating a card that's in the holiday catalog, and it's not really hard. It's a lot of bits and pieces and things like that, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started so we can get on with it and you can see the lovely card, because it looks really nice in the catalog, and that's one thing I like about the being a demonstrator. So what they've done for us is taken a lot of the information, the inspiration that's in the catalogs, and broken it down into different recipes. So I am able to kind of recreate the cards that are, or projects that are in the catalog for you. So today's project, I am going to be using the candy cane season along with its coordinating punch. It has the candy cane and a bow, and I'm also going to be using a 2-inch circle punch. So I'm going to set those aside. Some of the colors that we'll be using are Poppy Parade, Real Red, and Garden Green. I have some enamel shapes, enamel shapes from the Santa's Workshop collection. And like I said, I have lots of bits and pieces. I have some shimmer paper. I have a small piece of the designer series paper from the Santa's Workshop. White cardstock. The Whisper white cardstock. And some Poppy Parade cardstock. And an envelope. So let me move some of these things out of the way and we can go ahead and get started. And also I'm using the green and white twine that is part of the Santa's Workshop collection as well. So like I said, let's go ahead and get started so I can do some of these things and put them aside. So I'm going to set that aside. I've already cut that. Nope, I'm going to have to use this. Okay. I will probably go out of order, but that's okay. Hopefully you can keep along with me. First thing I'm going to do is take this 2-inch circle punch and punch a circle out of the shimmery white cardstock, and that's all I need this punch for. Let's set that aside. I'm going to set that circle aside. I've already cut a piece of the twine, so I'm going to set that aside as well. I don't need my my dots, my dimensionals, and we are using quite a few of the items from the from the stamp set. I have some other little pieces here. I'm using almost all of the stamps out of the stamp set. I was kind of surprised. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to move on. First thing I'm going to do, so I can set it aside, is the envelope. We don't want a naked envelope. Make sure I have it the right way. I'm using Real Red, and I am using the little double candy canes. I'm just going to stamp that in the corner. So cute, so done. And I will set that aside. And I will set that stamp set aside as well. Let me push it back over here. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is just a piece of almost like scrap cardstock. Actually, that's what I'm using today because I have so many pieces of scrap cardstock laying around that I'm going to be using them up. And I just need a piece big enough to cut out the candy cane. So I'm going to do that in Real Red. I stamp the outline first. I find for me it's easier to stamp the outline first and then go ahead and stamp the other part. But you do however you see fit, whichever is best for you. So hopefully I can line this up. I don't have my glasses on. This is going to be kind of tricky. Let's see. Oh my goodness, that was pretty good. So I'm going to set these aside now. I'm finished with that. And then I'm going to, I think I'm finished with the Real Red. So I'm going to put that aside. Okay. So I'm going to cut that out in just a second. The next thing I want to do is get another little piece of scrap paper. I hope I'm not using things I'm not supposed to. And I am going to, this one opens this way. I'm going to use the Poppy Parade, and I want the outline. just like that. Push that aside. And I want the inside, but I'm going to stamp off and then stamp inside. Beautiful. And I'm going to put this aside for just a second until I do this. I want the garden green. I have two different stamps, the way these stamps open up, and I get confused when I'm using them. I am going to be using the little leaves that are part of the stamp set as well. Again, I will use the outline first. I think this is the outline. Yeah. I'll do the outline first. And I'm going to do it over on this side. Cute. And I'm going to do the inside in the same garden green, but I'm going to stamp off. And hopefully this one I can line up as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And okay, I'll set this aside. And I have the little small piece that is measured about a 1.5 inch, no, a half. Did I have it at? I have it at a 1/2 inch by 2 inches. But again, I'm not going to be using all of that. I'm going to cut part of that off. So let's get all the stamping done. And this is the sentiment that says, "Be jolly." Now this is tricky. You know what I had to do? I had to put it on the black so I can get a contrast so I can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there we go. I just needed a contrast. I am through with the garden green. I can put that aside. I'll set that aside for a second. And the next thing I want to do is, this is going to be the inside of our card base, our card. So I am going to, you know what, I'm going to, where is it at? We have the sentiment, and actually this sentiment is from a brand new stamp set that's coming out actually on November 1st, and it's part of the Snow is Glistening stamp set, and it has sentiments and images as well. But I like this sentiment for the inside of the card, and it says, "Merry Christmas to you and all and peace on earth to all of the world." And I'm going to stamp that in the garden green. I guess I wasn't through with it after all. Our sentiment on the outside of the card is in garden green, so I'm going to do the inside in garden green as well. And right about there. Cute, cute, cute. And I think I want a little, maybe I will do that in the garden green as well. A different color of, here's my Stampin' Chamois. Clean off the red. Yes, it gets all dirty like that, but it works fine. It doesn't bother the stamp sets. The inks, the stamps themselves. It just goes ahead and cleans it off really, really well. So I'm going to do green candy cane. Remember, you ever see those in the store sometime, the little green candy canes? So I'm going to do that on the inside, right on the corner. Okay, now I believe I'm through with all the garden green. And I'm going to set that aside for the inside. I'm going to cut these out in just a second. I have all these pieces going on everywhere. I hope I'm not confusing you all. And I think the last thing that I need to do is actually on the card base. So I'm going to get that, and we're going to do almost like some background stamping. There is an image that says, it's a lot of words, a lot of it says ho 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 all the way across. So I'm going to do tone on tone, because I think I did, you know what, I think for a contrast I'm going to do it in real rate. Well, nope, I'm going to use the Poppy Parade. Let's see what this one's going to look like. And I am just going to do it in a couple of spots. I don't want to do the whole background. I'm going to do a corner over here. It almost gives it like a watercolor effect. And I'm going to do, well, you're not going to see it if I do it there. right there. And I'm going to do it over here on the other side as well. There we go. I'm just going to do those two. And I think we're just about finished with all of the stamping. Set that aside. Now I'm going to fussy cut this one out. And I'm going to cut that one out with the punch. And if I had been thinking, I would have set the punch up differently so I can do them both at the same time. But that's okay. So I'm just going to go in here and line it up as best as I can see without my glasses on. Well, actually, I wear contacts. And I don't have those in either because it's kind of late that I'm recording this video. Perfect. Now, if you want just a white bow, there's one for you. Take the rest of the cardstock out. And for this, I'm just going to do the bow. I'm going to line that up as well. I think that's about pretty good. Oops. And I would move. There we go. And I'll close this up and move that to the side. And there's my piece there. And I'm going to fussy cut this piece out and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I have all of my components. Now we can put the card together. First thing I'm going to do is actually put the inside of the card together. Might as well do that. I'm doing things out of order that I normally do anyway. So let's do that as well. So I hope everyone is doing well. And starting to prepare for, even though this is a Christmas card and it's still early, well actually today is we're still in October, but Christmas will be here before you know it. And no, I'm not trying to skip ahead of the holidays, and the Halloween is a couple of days, and then there's fall and Thanksgiving. I'm not trying to skip those, but I have to get ready for Christmas because I have quite a few cards to make. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. I'm going to put quite a few because I want the whole thing to pop up. So I'm going to put like 3 rows of 3. And it was really hard to decide to actually go ahead and make this and cut this because I love the paper on the other side, the little images of the Santa's Workshop. And if you get the die sets, the dies will cut out the images. The dies can cut out some of these images themselves, and that is so neat because then you don't always have to, stamp and then die and color and then die cut. You can just go ahead and cut the images out themselves. I'll be doing some more videos, a video on the Santa's Workshop as well. That'll be coming pretty soon. So I'll put dimensionals on the back of this card, cardstock. And I'm going to pop it up. Paper's moving. Closer to the top. Just like that. Yep, that's pretty good. Then the next thing I'm going to do, they have this, I don't always do the ribbon, not ribbon, the twine, the twirly twine and all that kind of stuff, but I decided to go ahead and do it this time. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this card, the shimmery white cardstock as well. I'm going to put 3 dimensionals on there, and that's going to help hold the twine down itself, hopefully. So I'm going to kind of loop it so you can kind of still see it on the outside. As well. And there we go right there. Uh-oh. There we go. I have it like a little bit. Mine just stopped. Come on. There we go. I have it off to the side, not so much in the center. And then we're just going to start building these up, and we're just about finished. I'm going to put some, where's my snail adhesive? Right in front of me. I'm going to put some snail on the back of this little bow. And then I'm going to attach the little holly leaf to it. Some snail on the back of the candy cane. And we're going to layer it like so. And a little bit more snail on the back of here. And for this sentiment, I'm just going to cut it off. They do have it flagged in the catalog, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to cut it. Hopefully I cut it straight. And some snail on the back of this where it says "Be Jolly." I'll do it like that. And then the last thing, we're going to put a few of the you can get your pokey tool out for that, but I'm just going to use this. I'm going to put a few of the enamel dots on the card. There's 2 different sizes. You can use whatever you like, whichever ones. I'm going to put 3 on each side. I'm going to put 3 down there. And I'm going to put 3 at the other top up here. Oops. That is a small one. And 1 more. And there you have it. Super cute. Not that hard to do, and it really didn't take too long. And our coordinating envelope. There's one I did, and there's one I did earlier. And I don't know if you can kind of tell, but I did this one in Poppy Parade, and I did this one in Real Red. So it's totally up to you. And I actually did this one in Poppy Parade and this one in Real Red. But it's totally up to you and how you want to do that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little bitty bell that's next to it. And that will notify you when I upload a new video. If you would like any information about how to receive these products, where you can order them yourselves, I'll leave a link below with all the information, as well as a link to it on my blog, where you can look at all the information and how you can order the stamp sets, along with the coordinating punch. There's so many different things that you can do with it, and I really, really like it. So thank you all so much for stopping by. This is Yolanda from CraftySentiments.com, and I'll be back with another video for you really soon. Thanks, and have a great day.